This video is under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticisms, comments, news reportings, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. CCNTV, bringing you captivating news since 2019.
Hey. Welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. I am your host, Captivating Christian, along with co-host. I'll, give him his own little intro before I let him on. You know who it is. It's only Scott. Come on, computer. Hey. Yeah, I don't know. They wanted to act funny today, but
it was a BET production,
right? Yeah, more like a Tyler Perry early start, like his early shows. What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Politics and Wellness. As I said, I'm your host, Captivating Christian, of course, with Brother Nate. We're here to talk politics, news, mess, and everything else. I know a whole bunch of stuff going on, but of course, one monkey don't stop no show, and of course, you can watch it on the replay, because ain't nobody got time for that. As we speak right now, the Republican convention is in day 2. Yeah. So all I'm gonna say is Amber Rose. I just day one must have been Minority Day. I'm guessing it must have been the.
What exactly is she
It must have
ethnically
been
wise?
what. Well, she responded to Joy Reid because remember Joy Reid. If you hadn't
Hmm.
heard, Joy Reid basically said, she's not black. I don't know what she is. She's very ambiguous. She's
Hmm.
claiming now that her father is white, her mother is black.
Oh,
In her response to Joy Reid, and she wouldn't
okay.
deny her father. Um, uh,
But it doesn't work that way.
she's
She looks
biracial.
the way she looks. Uh-huh.
Right, exactly.
She won't be black. She like you said, she'll be biracial.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, okay, whatever. Um, you did the same thing. You trotted Kim and Kanye out the first time, the first go around. So it's just
Hmm.
like, what are we doing here? And Amber Rose, like the whole stroll woman,
Yeah,
or the
because she's
walk
full of
of
Christian.
shame person.
Yeah. Uh, what was it the
Yeah,
whole walk
the
or
whole
something
walk
like
of
that?
shame or something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, all right, all right. But this is the party of family values and Christian structure, and she's an atheist.
Well,
It's
cults and Satan will grab at anything.
but it's like put a pretty woman that black and young people will be like, oh damn, she's bad, and just let them have it. It's like yesterday was such the minority hire day. Like it
Hmm.
was so yeah, okay, we'll just give them day one. Everybody else we won't worry about. Uh I, I just I can't. I tried because I'm supposed to watch these things. And I could I can't even bring myself to watch a lot of it. For the simple fact that I enjoy a good policy. Policy is what it is. But I don't enjoy bootlicking from somebody. Like it's just like there's nothing. There's no policy. Nothing.
Not a
Nothing
thing.
at all. You can't name one thing that they've talked about that is a policy that you can go, oh, okay. I see where you're going with that. Nothing. Everything's almost like you'll know when I get there. You'll know when I get there. You'll know when I get
Yep.
there.
And it'll be just like the last 4 years.
You're right.
Absolutely
You've done
nothing.
this before. Right now, you already know there should be a platform laid out right from jump. Bam. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing from day one. The only thing you can talk about is that, oh, I want to be a dictator on day one. Too late. You already started that.
Hmm. Right.
But anyway, let me get
You
to it.
say Patty said, Trump likes hoes.
Yeah, he does. He does indeed. He has a whole fetish. It was on Patty Duke. How are you? How are you? Hey,
Patty, Patty.
what's going on? Nice to see you. But yeah, he. I don't get it. I really. I don't. I can't call it. Um. I don't like the sound of it. But anyway, what do I know? Your thoughts? How about this pick, JD Vance? What's your thoughts on Mr. JD?
It wasn't Tim Scott.
Tim Scott did all that.
or
He
the
don't
or the or the other guy. I can't remember his name. The other
he
black
don't went
guy.
and bought a fiance. He
Yeah.
done almost, I think, knocked her up maybe. All that just to be the VP pick, and he wasn't going to get picked because he doesn't believe that a vice president, or even a president for that matter, is a black job. So no, he's not going to put you in that position. But there is a position that you have in that cabinet. Can somebody tell me what the position is?
Coonan.
Not even. You know where he's going, right? You know exactly where he's going. If Tim
Wait.
Scott
Yeah.
accepts the
Hmm.
offer, if Trump does win, God forbid, but if Trump does win, guess where Tim Scott's going?
It's gonna be head of the blacks.
Yep. He's going to HUD. He's going straight to HUD if they even have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they even have it. But my thoughts, real quick, on the JD Vance thing. That's a nod to the Heritage Foundation.
Oh yeah.
Just a couple days ago, Trump was saying, "Oh, I don't know nothing about the Heritage Foundation. I have nothing. I don't know nothing about it. Absolutely nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about Project 2025. I'm totally his name all over it, just like them Epstein files and them rape cases, name all over it.
Yeah.
But he still, I don't know the man. I don't know nothing about it. I mean, the most straight up to your face will lie to your face, and you see it in black and white, and still tell you, no, I don't know this man. Worse than what was the man? Wasn't that Peter, one of the disciples that denied Jesus? And the thing croaked 3 times. Yeah, I mean, just like you sit here and you denied it, you deny straight to your face. You can look at it on paper, your name right there, and you still sit there and go, I don't know nothing about it. So anyway, last week he totally denied when the heat started getting to this Project 2025 and people started talking about it. And of course, Epstein files dropped and his name was all over it. He denied even knowing anything about the Heritage Foundation, nor the president of the Heritage Foundation, and or anything to do with Project 2025. I don't know anything about it. I have nothing to do with it. That is not my agenda. Blah, 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 blah. All this fugazi, fake, cubic zirconian talk. Now, who do you pick for your VP? A 2-year senator out of Ohio, who, when he first got there, in order to get there, said that you was America's Hitler.
Right.
America's Hitler. And we just gonna sweep that under the rug like nothing ever happened. Now he's the greatest thing since sliced bread and the greatest president ever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you also know it will be a matter of time before he zeroes in on his wife because you know she's Indian.
But that's the whole thing. Even some of the people saying, well, he has an Indian wife. Does that what does that mean? What does that mean? We know plenty of these others who think they are as long as they're not black, they just about equal. So I mean, what does it what are we saying? What are you saying? This man is straight up Heritage Foundation back pocket. When she whispered to the president of the Heritage Foundation that JD Vance was the pick for the VP, he couldn't even contain himself. Okay? His little PP got so hard behind that podium, he could not hold his breath to even
Or his bowels.
right, or his bowels. To even do anything. He was so elated and excited. Why? Because they're getting exactly what they want. Because they have the Pinocchio puppet that they've always wanted, along with big hitters that really can make stuff move, like Uncle Clarence and others. Your thoughts? I'm gonna step down.
It's just a mess.
It just
I mean,
burns
but
my.
as everything, especially last week when it really started heating up and all the information started coming in, I was wondering what was going to happen. What rabbit could you actually pull out of your ass to just make it all disappear? And with the help of all the news agencies, if you've noticed that too,
Yeah.
that this is the biggest thing going on, but yet you're still talking about Biden and his gaffes and all these other things.
Not only that, like he's a TV personality. So knowing how to switch something real quick and have you talking about something else, like an attempted assassination, the best thing ever. The whole thing, to me, as I said it whole thing seems staged to me. Pretty staged. I mean, there's just certain things that you just would not do as security detail, like have a short person guarding a person who is 6'4". So if there was another shooter, that they got a clean air sight to shoot him straight in the face. Like, I mean, it's just none of it makes any sense. But we won't know until them checks stop, because he don't pay people, or he stops paying people, and that family gets fed up, and then they start to tell, this is what somebody came to us and said, that we were gonna get paid, and he was willing to. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a whole gotcha, bitch moment when we find out the truth behind this assassination attempt. But anyway, so now we start talking about something else. The next day, this man does a full round of golf. Any bandages on either ear? Not at all. Mind you, he didn't even call the husband of the wife that was killed protecting his family. Didn't call her, didn't reach out to her at all. None of the people that was injured, nothing. No, nada, zilch. Nobody reached out. President tried to reach out. She didn't answer his phone calls because she's still going to vote for Trump. Her husband was a devout Trump supporter, so she didn't answer the call from the goddamn president. Like, really? How delulu do you have to be? You still live here. He's still your president until election day, to whatever happens. It's like, show some damn respect. Like, I don't get that. Like, I really don't get the mindset of a lot of these supporters. Like, it's really beyond the pale.
It's brainwashed. That's what it is. To that degree. I've never seen, besides Jim Jones, everybody literally drinking the Kool-Aid, to follow someone to another country. It is what it is. So, you see it for what it is. But not to take the president's call and then not to hear anything from him. But I tell you one thing: she better not vote for her husband. Use her husband's vote.
Right. It better not be another vote.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody coming into the chat. Hey, Melissa, girl, how you doing?
But yeah, I mean, just absolutely, totally crazy, and I definitely, I don't know.
And the other black guy's name was Byron Donald.
That's not the guy that said that Jim Crow was that the guy that said Jim Crow?
Yeah, that Jim Crow was good for black folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. About that.
And yeah, Patty. Clarence had gotten that case down in Florida. The judge. Well, you knew that was coming anyway.
Oh,
That judge was bought and paid for.
Yeah, of course. Oh, of course, because they knew what was coming. They knew what was coming. They knew everything he did was illegal. Period.
But to have so many things going on at one time, that's the crazy part.
I don't know what, and I blame the Justice Department, because you could have started this early on. Like, once you ask twice for documents, that's it. Why would you 7-8 times? Then why do all that? You wouldn't have done it with any other president, especially not the black one. When y'all ask for stuff back, y'all, you got some documents we need. Mm-hmm. And they definitely went to Chicago or wherever he was, DC, wherever, storage in Chicago, wherever he put his stuff for his presidential library, and went and collected their shit. So it is like, why did you give him so much grace? I mean, I know why, but people don't, whatever. But anyway, so let's get into
one quick thing. Yeah, Patty was saying, they killed a man for a hoax.
Yeah,
collateral damage.
But I mean, look what he said. I mean, this is where I really wish people would like take your feelings out and just really like look at it, like put all the pieces of this puzzle on the table and really look at the puzzle pieces. They all fit. He said himself he could shoot somebody in Fifth Avenue and nobody would charge him with anything. Nobody would do anything. he didn't literally shoot somebody, but if you set this whole thing up and you knew whoever y'all got to, do the do was gonna get killed, he may not have known that, but y'all knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you come with me to the Capitol and we're gonna. Didn't somebody get killed there too? Yeah, one died actually at the hospital. The police officer, but that dumb broad that was trying to jump through the window, and the man told her, "Get the fuck back! You better get back."
Too bad it wasn't Marjorie Taylor Greene.
So I think she was smart enough then. But then even them, they talk all that shit. But when them people was storming the Capitol, they was running. Why would you run? If you're a part of the group, then why didn't you stand there? Why didn't you actually go join them to continue to take over the Capitol? Why didn't you do that? Why did you run and hide? Yeah, because y'all motherfuckers didn't know for sure if them people was gonna hog tie your asses too.
Yeah, because they probably wouldn't know who you were anyway.
Right.
You smell like a Democrat.
Right. Right. No, smell me. I'm musty, just like you. Crazy. So into some real news, just real quick, till we, go too far. If you didn't know, because I surely didn't. So thank you for this story, Brother Nate. The Tuskegee whistleblower, Peter Blarkin, I think that's his name. He died at the age of 86 this week. Yeah, he is the hero who revealed the public service. He's the public service scholar. He revealed the syphilis, the Tuskegee project. He was the one that basically blew the cap off of it and told about what was going on and what was happening.
And see, Patty, this falls right into with the guy getting killed. Doing the assassination attempt. Yeah, right. They did it. They do it to us.
Yeah.
They'll definitely do it to their own.
They'll do it to their own.
Become a sacrifice.
For a cause.
And I bet you Trump don't even know the guy's name.
Not at all. Don't know nothing about him. Nothing at all. But they already knew that this was something that they could do to get people talking about something else. And immediately right after it happened, Biden orchestrated it. It was Biden. Biden orchestrated it. First of all, y'all say the man can't walk, talk, sleep. He falling asleep. He doing all this shit, but he can orchestrate a killing, an attempted assassination on Trump. So what is it? Like, make up your argument.
Yeah, and if I was Joe, I would say, yeah, well, the Supreme Court says now that
right,
you can't touch me. That's what I would have said. Can't touch me.
That's what I would have said. You said,
and I'm going down to Mar-a-Lago.
Right. You would have said, act of a president, I get immunity. Bitch, this is an act of a president. I saw an immediate threat and I tried and I canceled it. That's it. That's it. You gave me the freedom.
Keep telling you, drone strikes. Drone strikes are coming.
That's it. That's all. So definitely
Melania walking to the dollar store. Cap. You don't even know what happened to her. Drone strike. Blow her right out of her stilettos.
Not walking to the dollar store though. Did she even?
I know she was mad as shit though.
I think she still is mad because she didn't want to. She don't want to do this, but she getting extra money. So
she's like, you're supposed to kill him. How dare you?
She's like, well, she probably like, I want to fire the hitman I hired.
I want my money back.
I want full refund.
She was crying in her pillow like a little bitch.
Damn. She was doing the Florida Evans. She was damn.
He probably got home. He went to hug her, and she was making that stink. Like, I smell your Pampers face. This nigga's back. Oh my god.
Yeah. He's a hot mess. And speaking of hot messes, the Supreme Court is up the hook. Clarence Thomas is really showing his ass. He's been waiting for years, I guess, for this whole thing so he could really show his Uncle Ruckus, because new questions has arisen about Clarence Thomas and his yacht trip to Russia. Yeah, that's right. You heard it. Russia. The Supreme Court Justice of the United States vacationing on a yacht in Russia.
You know, a lot of them have a lot of connections with the Soviets.
Yeah, I'm just saying, put the puzzle pieces together. It's crazy. Like, and Vladimir Putin has a lot of money to pay a lot of people. And he know a lot of these mofos' secrets.
Yeah.
That if they don't play ball, he will expose them and take assets and everything, because they have that kind of capability. And they know it. They know it. These people are in these pockets deep.
Oh, yeah. All of them dirty. You said they're about to get rid of Uncle Ruckus.
Oh, they are. They about to get rid of Uncle Ruckus and replace Uncle Ruckus and maybe not the other guy. Maybe not so, but they about to replace Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, he's the most problematic.
Yeah. Well, they about to make it all white. He did what he did. If the man wins, I'll keep saying that. If he wins, he about to make this as white as possible.
Oh yeah. And who's to say that we are talking about Trump, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, who's to say that he won't go in there and pack the court?
Well, I mean, he's already going
to. I can see him doing that.
I mean, the only person he gonna put on the court that's gonna be his pick is Eileen, Judge Eileen, of course, because she's basically carried his little penis around. So she's definitely, if he does win, she's definitely going to get a seat, and that'll be his personal pick. Everybody else that they pack the court with will be Heritage Fund picks, so they can push through their agenda like they've been doing.
Oh, yeah. And they're going to make it rock. They're going to make it rock solid.
Yep.
And that's exactly what Biden should have done from the beginning, but they're too busy.
Exactly.
They're too fucking busy trying to be bipartisan.
They're too busy trying to play nice, and no, we go by the. You could still go by the rules and check a motherfucker. Like, I don't understand. Like, this whole thing of we go by the rules, we can't do this and we can't do that. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. And I mean, even like this stupid talk about Biden's too old, Biden should step down, this, that, and the other. First of all, if you wanted Biden to step down, you stupid motherfuckers, what you should have done is voted during the primary for somebody else. Nobody else ran, or nobody else came close.
It was crickets. So, it was crickets. You heard nothing.
Done deal. It's over. You got who you got. Now moving forward, if they can stand behind a convicted, even if you don't want to throw the felon part in there, even though he is a convicted felon because he was charged by a jury of his peers who saw actual evidence, no kind of, oh, well, this was doctored. No. His lawyers agreed to the jury, as well as, of course, the state agreed to the jury. You know, they get to pick and choose who they want. So they came across evidence. Bam, they convicted him. Okay, you even had the rape case. I don't know this woman, confusing the woman with one of his ex-wives and all types of shit. She won. He got charged with that as well. And then he kept talking shit, of course, and now he got to pay him more money. But it's like, what more do you need? They don't care about any of it as long as they can push their agenda through. So why do we care? As long as we can push our agenda through, I don't give a goddamn if you got to feed him through a tube, because I know at the end of the day, God forbid, if something does happen to him, there's a VP behind him. But the problem is, of course, the kind of the hood is off, because there's racist, sexist Democrats as well. White men who don't want to see a black woman president. They don't want to see a woman president, but they really don't want to see a black woman or a woman of color if we're gonna go with whatever color she is, and they'll do anything to stop it. That's why all this talk of replace Biden. Only person you would replace Biden with is the VP. Anything when you trying to get rid of the whole ticket,
because nobody else is ready.
right? You trying to get rid of the whole ticket, and if that was the case, then why not have somebody else available to run against Biden during the primaries? Why not? No, he won. Nobody. You didn't have nobody ready, or you didn't think of nobody. Oh well. Like, I mean, we act like we just discovered how this shit runs. That irritates me so much with this fucking Democratic Party. It's like bullshit. These Republicans are railroading your ass, and you just sitting there like, oh well, we'll get them next time. Like the fuck, the flight.
You understand? They are your enemy. They're your enemy. Plain and simple. You know, they're not your friends.
Not at all.
And you keep treating them like, that's just work. When we get out of work, we go out and have beers. No, motherfuckers, that's not the way this shit works. Not the way it works. Did you happen to see in the chat? Lola was saying, did you hear about Elon Musk?
I'm not looking at the chat. You said what happened?
I was saying that you looked in the chat.
No.
Lola said,
give me 1 second.
Yeah, did you hear Elon Musk is going to give to the Trump campaign every month? No, I hadn't heard that one.
No, I haven't heard that, but I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. That's why I get pissed when I see black people driving Teslas.
Yeah,
this man is he's an outright racist. He comes out of his mouth unapologetic. Why would you spend that kind of money on that vehicle? Okay, just because it's a Tesla, it's overrated. So many issues with it, but yet it's a status symbol. It's not a Cadillac, that type of thing. It's a status symbol. And why would you? I'm not going to spend my fucking money to make some guy was he the one sending dicks into space, or was that the other one?
That's the other one sending dicks.
Okay,
he wants to send another dick in. He wants to send a dick into space, but he's not.
I mean, why would you? He comes out and he tells you he's unapologetic about it.
Yeah.
So why would you even spend that type of money? I've seen people, their fucking houses are falling down, but they're riding in a Tesla.
Yeah.
Why would you have a car? Don't have a winner, because you won't be riding. You'll be riding the MTA.
Don't have a cold winner. You'd be shit out of luck. Ask the people in Chicago that had Teslas and they couldn't go nowhere.
Yeah, you ain't see nothing on the road. And matter of fact, down here, you didn't see anything on the road because they had no range. They weren't even at the local charging stations,
right?
Because down here, at a couple of them, I've seen the supercharged, that have these superchargers. They were totally empty, probably because they couldn't get there. They were probably afraid to get their cars there, then find out that they couldn't charge. But that's crazy. Yeah, but like I said, I'm not surprised. You would be surprised at the number of people who were secretly backing him.
Yeah,
and that's all coming out also.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like the media CEOs, they're all backing him. All of them. And it
anything that has to do with money, and keeping your money and making more money off of people that don't make a lot of money.
That you can't even have them pay for the money you're making. Right. It makes no sense. It really doesn't. Like it. To me, the little bit of money that I may get in a tax cut, it doesn't compare to what other people will have to go through for what? Like for what exactly? What is all this for? Because at the end of the day, to be very clear, even if you do vote for him, it's not going to save you. It's not going to save you. It's not like they're going to go over a checklist and go, well, You're a person of color. You voted for me. You're good to go. I won't do nothing to you. No, everybody's gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's gonna get it. There will be no special class of folks unless probably you know, in a certain class like an Oprah or something like that, where you know they need your money, so they'll play around with you. But we talking about common folks. They're not. That Heritage 2025 project is serious. And it's going to eliminate a lot of things and a lot of programs that you think are safe if they get the opportunity to do so. And there's nothing stopping them if they have both houses.
Right.
Nothing. Nothing at all. They already have the Supreme Court locked. That's done. All they need is both houses. They don't really even need the president. They don't.
Nope.
They don't even need him. If they get both houses and they have already the Justice Department, they're good as golden. And they can keep implementing little more stuff until they
constantly
get
chipping away, testing waters here and taking that. And
well, we just sit here and get mad and go, oh, that's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair. Give us our rights back. Like, no, they're taking the rights from everyone, not just, oh, well, it's these Democrats. No, they're taking away the rights from everyone. These southern states, when they're taking away Voting Rights Act, they're not going, well, we're taking away the Voting Rights Act of Black people that vote Democratic. No, it's everybody. Because they're not sure
blanket.
if you're going to turn around and vote Democrat maybe one time. So they're going to make sure, no, that's okay. We don't need your vote. They say it. If you actually listen to these, if you actually watch these like rallies where they interview the people as they go into the rally, and sometimes it's funny, but really listen to them. The stuff that they say, they only think that white men should vote. Women shouldn't have a right to vote. Only white men, not even, you know, men, period. No, just certain men.
That's right. Because remember, women were considered property.
Right.
That's why they could whip your ass and get away with it. You know.
Hey, and that's a whole nother thing that vice president VP pick was talking about, that he feels like women should stay in domestic relationships for the sake of the children, that there shouldn't be a no fault.
There'll be a lot of, excuse the expression, there'll be a lot of dead niggas out there because these women now.
But I mean, it'd be a lot of bitches in jail because if they get their way.
Well, that's good for them because they need some slave labor because that's what you're going to be getting.
Yeah, I mean, it makes no sense. It's really crazy. We did talk about the Florida judge dismissing the documents case. Okay, so the flip side to that, what could possibly happen with this Jack Smith, who's the prosecutor in the Trump case for the documents? What possibly could happen is that the Justice Department, if they don't drag their feet about this too, because we don't want to seem political and get involved. Who the fuck cares? If James Comey could get involved and fuck up an election for Hillary Clinton over fucking emails, where she had emails mixed, personal emails mixed with private emails, who the fuck cares? At this point, doesn't even matter. Well, anyway, he could remove Jack Smith as the head prosecutor, still keep him on the team since the work is already done. However, that would still prolong things because they would have to go before the judge again to get approved to actually continue the investigation or their gathering of information to actually bring the charges back to Trump for the classified documents. But I mean, even that is just like, come on, like this is really turning into Hitler's playbook. Like all the stuff that the brown coats were doing is this, and then people just thought, okay, well, this is a good thing. We don't like them anyway. We want them out, like how people do immigrants and other people. We just want them out. We just want them out. They didn't care how they were going to get out. They just wanted them out.
They just wanted them out.
Then when the level came to where in which they were being exterminated to get out, because that's in the 2025 plan too. They plan on building camps.
Yeah. And look at who they're starting
Homeless
with.
tent
It's
cities.
against. I gotta say, it's against the law to be homeless.
Yeah, homeless tent cities. They're going to put them in internment in camps. We don't know if they're going to be interned yet, but you just it's just a little area they pump them in. Okay, then what they gonna do with them after that? Because it's still creating a problem, even if you gather them all up and put
they
them
don't
in
want
one
to
area.
spend money to feed them or to get them in the mental. Now remember, the reason why we have a lot of homeless that are out on the street is when Reagan was in office and he closed all those hospitals, all those mental hospitals and everything. All these people came out on the street. The way that our veterans are treated.
Yep.
You know, it's
the benefits that they didn't receive after coming back home from Vietnam and things of that nature. Yeah, no, because the others did. Yeah, the others did. They received their housing and their medical benefits, and they were able to go to school and get the medical and the mental help they needed. But a lot of other veterans were not.
Yeah, she is Indian. She is in the what's the space Van, whatever his name is.
His wife.
Yeah, she's
yeah. But
and his kids are brown.
Right.
I don't care what you call them.
They don't
white,
don't believe.
What are they? White? Is this called white-ish?
White adjacent. They're white adjacent.
His kids are brown. They sure are.
But they're not black though. You know, and for a lot of ethnic groups, that matters. It's like, well, at least not black. You know, we could tolerate that. So I mean, it's
you know, that's global.
Yeah, right. But that's what I mean.
You have to have a focus because as resources and things start to dwindle down, you're going to have to start eliminating people. And that's what I think the big game plan is.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, we'll keep enough of them around. They'll work for us. They'll do whatever. But the major population, you know,
right,
they're going to do away with it.
We'll find ways to do away with it. Like I talk about it all the time. The Purge is not just a movie. The Purge is not just a movie of I ever thought about one day just getting a whole holiday where I can kill some people. You realize if you look at the movie, who was able to do the killing? Who was the people doing the killing? They're rich, affluent people.
They wanted to try out their toys.
Right. In communities that they would never go in. So what do you think is going to happen? And speaking of purging, Justice Sotomayor security detail shot a man who attempted to hijack her car.
Now notice how quiet that was, because that actually came out 2 or 3 days later. Nobody said anything.
Nothing.
And then it was no, breaking news or anything.
Nothing.
So you have to be careful now, because even our news agencies have flipped.
Yep. And you know why they're
right. We are in a nightmare.
Yeah, and you know why they're doing it, so they can shore up a seat, because you know what old Noodle Neck is gonna do as soon as no, we not. This is in the middle of an election. If God forbid something were to happen, like they're trying to clear these seats out. So, like I said, member of the Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor security detail shot an armed man during an attempt carjacking in the early morning hours. Happened where two.
Actually, I told him no, Clarence. Go for Clarence. Evidently, he wasn't listening.
It was early in the morning. It was still dark. He didn't know. He didn't know. So two U.S. Marshals, deputies in the government car in D.C. around 1 a.m. on July 5th, right after Independence Day. Right after Independence Day. Look at that. They don't. They ain't say what color he was. They ain't say what.
No, you haven't heard. Like I said, you haven't heard anything.
Because you would have
Nothing at
quickly heard if it was a one of us, you would have heard it. It would have been plastered all over the place. Yeah, it's because they're ready. This is their standby moment. They stand down, stand by. They are geared up and ready. Craziness. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. So if anybody has something or was saying something, I'm sorry. I can't see it. Oh yeah, she said that. Yeah, we are in a complete nightmare, but I don't know. But speaking of this nightmare, Black Americans developed mental resilience to discrimination early in life.
I wonder why.
Yeah, right. You know, like surprise. Like, of course.
When I think about it, you do.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's our normal.
That right.
And and white people, I see those children on the job. They cannot cope. They're like, I am so anxious. I was like, for what? That you're gonna be part of the Handmaid's Tale? You get your vagina ready.
But that's where they go. That's why they feel the way they feel. Is because they've never had to deal with being discriminated against at all on any level. So even the ones, say, like in the gay community, they're still white. They're still white men, women, whatever. It's when they discriminated against that other part of themselves is when I can't believe this. No, we should do this. We should do that. So this whole pushing for all these other rights, which has got these people right now in the Heritage Foundation in a frenzy that they want to eliminate. You heard that black guy running for governor in is it North Carolina?
Oh, is that the
fat black guy?
Oh, yeah, talking about this killing time.
Yeah. It's not a game. These people are prepared to do what they can, and if they can get away with it, if it's justified in the highest court of the land, they're good as golden. You can't protest right now. So if you think if something like that happens,
why you think all those cop cities are popping up?
You have the comfort to take your ass out in the streets and no justice, no peace, Black Lives Matter. You do know in the state of Florida, you can go to jail and they could use deadly force on you.
And it's little things. Like I said, the little things, a little piece here, a little piece there, legislation here, a new bill here. Yeah, before you know it, you can't do anything. Don't come out your house. You know, we can have the military patrolling the streets.
That's it. Exactly. Prayers for the people in Texas, some of which who don't have power, because Governor Hot Wheels.
I bet you he got power for that power chair, don't he?
Well, he's not even in the state.
No, where's he in? Korea?
He's in China somewhere.
China? Oh, China.
Yeah. He's over there in China. Yeah. So definitely, like, these people are not playing. They don't give a damn. They really don't. And it's like it's time for people to start holding these politicians to their promises. Quick.
And evidently they had evidently Biden had already allocated funds when they declared a national, state of emergency.
Right, state of emergency.
And the federal government is waiting on them. I don't even know if they've ever.
They can't. They can't. Yeah, the governor himself has to declare the state of emergency for the president then to release.
Oh, you ought to light that motherfucker up as soon as all his wheels touch the ground.
It's aid to the thing, but it's the same thing. Like when people talk about all these immigrants in these major cities, who the fuck was sending them to these major cities like Chicago? And
Right.
Governor Hot Wheels, Florida,
Spending
all of
money,
the
spending money allocated
spending
for other
black
things.
money
Yeah, but no, was it also money that was left over from COVID?
from COVID.
They was
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
they were sending them up to
on
Martha's Vineyard
buses,
and
buses,
planes.
Martha's Vineyard in New York City, Chicago, all in places. But then you sitting up there talking about Biden's letting all these migrants into the. No, not really. No, how soon we forget. He sent a busload to D.C. right in front of Kamala Harris's
Harris's house. Right.
compound. Yeah. So who's doing that now? Do we even know where them people are?
Not a one.
I mean, it's crazy.
They probably got her here and said, "This shit ghetto. I'm going home."
I have a better luck trying to stay alive at home. We talked about this a little bit, but it's happening. Also, another news: CNN is eliminating their race and equality team as part of layoffs. Surprise, surprise. I'm not. If you notice, and if you've been paying attention to the puzzle pieces, media always does this before an election when they already kind of sort of know or feel that somebody else is already going to be in the ticket. When Obama was leaving, even before he left, everybody dark that you've seen as an anchor or had a show, bye, we don't need you no more. They was hired in the beginning of Biden's presidency or his run, and then it was like,
yep,
that's
now they
over.
all on YouTube.
Right. That's over. You all can go now. Same kind of thing. And again, even if the man doesn't win, understand what's happening. The Supreme Court is already laying down the groundwork for this not to even matter anymore. You got states doing it right now that are removing race and equality, any kind of inclusion or diversity, removing it right off the back. Alabama. Do I need to say more? I mean, it's happening. So it's not even a thing of, you're just scared about Trump being president. No, it's not that. It's happening now.
Oh no, they've already started.
It's happening.
They're way
now.
into it. It's not going to begin.
Yeah, this is just gonna like, certain states, not every state is okay, but it may get to a point where just like people are going from state to state to try and get an abortion, and they're making it illegal for people to leave one state and go to another.
Yeah.
You don't think that's not possible to happen nationwide if the right people get in? Yes, it can happen. There's no safeguards to protect it. Remember, he just got the green light to do whatever he wants as long as it's a presidential action. Right. So if he gets in, doesn't matter what it is. Somebody can just, hey, why don't you do this? Okay, as the president, I want to enact this. Bam, it's done. Done. And there's nothing anybody can do about it but go, this is crazy. This is nonsense. That ain't gonna help. It's not gonna help. Not gonna help at all. So yeah, CNN doing a big purge, kicking people out. So if you happen to be,
and they're not the only one.
Yeah, if you happen to be a CNN employee and you get your slip, I feel bad.
Yeah. All those new positions that popped up at your companies. Watch how quickly they'll disappear. Right. We phase that out.
Yeah. We no longer need that.
You say telling people to put up money. Yeah, well, you should always have something set aside, especially some cash in the house. Now, whether or not it's worth anything, that's another story. But right now, since the economy is doing good, it's high as hell. We still have inflation, but you know, you were going to have that anyway because when they
Yeah, there was
raised,
bills to pay.
yeah, when they raised, you know, the minimum wage and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a given. You should have automatically knew these prices were not going to stay the, you know, prices in the stores and things were not going to stay the same. That
No,
was definitely going to go up.
not at all. And then you
That was the given.
damn near 3 years of nothing, little movement from people not working and things of that nature. So businesses trying to make money. You got the government after they didn't give you 2 stimulus checks. Now they like, okay, well, yeah, we gonna need that money back, please and thank you. Well, I didn't even get one. We don't give a damn. You paying for somebody else. You
Right.
paying for somebody's.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
You got it, and we want some of it. Always got
that-
your hands out.
that's just it. But yet these same people, of course, that's always talking about smaller government. They was also in the line getting their PPP loans too, and got
Oh
theirs
yeah,
forgiven.
and got theirs forgiven.
Crazy. But yeah, I think that was it. But real quick, I think this is the video with the young lady in Texas.
I'm filming this in a gas station parking lot because, shocker, still don't have power. President Joe Biden called into the Houston Chronicle today because he said he's been trying to track down the governor because he couldn't release federal aid and supplies to recover from the hurricane until the governor made a specific request. The president said he had to delay distribution of emergency relief supplies because the governor wasn't here and the acting lieutenant governor wouldn't respond. So if you're pissed off because you need relief supplies and you haven't been able to get them, don't blame the federal government, blame Greg Abbott and Dan Patrick. And I have the freedom to say this because I'm going through this. You get what you vote for. These are the people that were elected into power. They don't give a shit. Greg Abbott is in freaking Asia right now on a pre-planned photo op political opportunist trip that has been pre-planned for a long time. He could have canceled knowing the hurricane was coming so he could be here to take care of these things. He chose not to. You get what you vote for, Texas. You get what you vote for.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it.
Yeah.
Elections have consequences, and they do. So even when you sit them out, you know, I don't like either candidate. You get it.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
get
just say
it.
be scared because you just don't know.
Yeah, right. You
You
really
just
don't.
don't know.
I mean, look at the record again. Something else that I just find a bit odd with Robert Kennedy Jr.
Oh,
and
yeah, the phone call.
the phone call. Like, first of all, you knew the guy was recording. You let it play for a reason. Now, then you're gonna apologize, and everybody's well, I wanted to apologize to the president. He's not the president. He's former president. He's not the president. But okay. Anyway, so the conversation in which Trump is talking to him, basically like, we can do this. We got it. You know, like he was saying before with the votes, all we need is a couple of, all I need you to find is a couple of votes. It was basically the same kind of talk. We got it. We can do this. We can, like, we're working. Let's work together to win this election. And if you can do this for me, I'll find a spot for you. That's basically all it was, other than him talking about babies getting the vaccine the size of horse tranquilizers and then mutating into mutant babies. Don't believe me? Listen to it your damn selves, because that's just what he said. But we're going to sit here and talk about Biden's fitness to be president of these United States. Save me the bullshit.
I thought he was just babbling. I was like, what the hell is this? Because it made no sense.
None.
To me. I played it twice. I was like, what?
None. He's talking about giant baby killers. None.
Yeah.
You give your
I've
child.
seen it with my own. It's always I've seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah, give it with the vaccine, and they turned into gigantic. I've seen it with my own eyes. What the hell are we talking about? And then let's not forget, of course, him falling asleep taking cat naps at the goddamn convention when you supposed to be alert. But we're gonna sit here and talk about Sleepy Joe and Stuttery Joe. Like, come the fuck on. The man can turn it on when a camera's in his face. That's what he does. Period. That's what he does. He spice it up. We're on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Other than that, we're not getting much. Oh, they forgot to put the tampon on his ear while he was playing golf the whole time.
That's why he was closing his eye. The pain from being shot. But your ass was out on that goddamn golf course
all day.
Oh, bitch, just rub some tussin on it. You be all right.
All day. But then all of a sudden, for this convention, you have a pad always with wings to absorb the blood on your ear. Get the fuck out of here.
They with wings.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, you could have used the tampon for that. Just put it in your ear, let it soak it up, and pull it out with the string hanging. But no, you got to be dramatic because everything is about the dramatics of the whole situation. It doesn't matter that we sacrifice one person because from that sacrifice, look what we've garnered. The same thing on January 6th. They didn't care who was going to die. It's all about.
I don't care. It was white on white crime.
That's it. Mayonnaise on mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
Bread on
white
bread.
On white crime. Had no concern of ours. Oh yeah, that shit look. When I first looked at it, it was like, what the fuck? Oh, that shit don't even look real. Stop it.
Yeah, but I mean, and then it's like you're looking at.
That goddamn Tyler Perry at it again.
It's a sea of white folks in a county that is strictly yours, hands down. The entire county. Ain't a soul in that county that wouldn't have voted for you. But somebody in his campaign knew of somebody like that 20-year-old. Hey,
oh yeah,
you'll be a star. Everybody would know your name. It'd be like Cheers. Everybody would know your name. You'll be in history books forever.
Yeah, or they told him, when he gets in the office and he gives out pardons, he'll give you a pardon.
Yeah, he'll give you a pardon.
Type of thing. You don't know what was said, but knowing how the government
works. They gave you a 2-piece and a biscuit and said good night.
You think this shit is just put on TV? This stuff plays out in real life all the time.
They gave you 2 pieces and a biscuit and said good night. That was it.
Yeah, they sure did.
But the whole time, you got the people going, hey, there's a guy there with a rifle. Hey, officer, there's a guy there with a rifle on the roof. We see him. He's right there. He's right there. And they just la 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 la.
No, those people, the people in the audience, that's what got me, because none of the motherfuckers moved. They didn't even look phased. Like, you either drop to the ground, or, black folk, we'd have been scrambling. We just stepped on grandma to get the hell up out of there.
It would,
and nothing happened. It was like they were watching the live show.
I don't think it's real. It's like watching Treasure Island in Vegas. I don't think it's real. This is fantastic. Look at this. It's like an episode of Law and Order. Because they don't.
That was really good. They probably thought maybe we should applause at the end.
Yeah, right. Is this the part where we clap? I don't know.
I don't. Let me look around and see. And nobody left their seats. No. Everybody sat there. I could say you have some people that knew that they couldn't get out because there was just so many people.
Right. Yeah.
But not even the people that were on the aisle seats. I'd have been gone.
But then how did security?
How
did security tell the people, the photographers, to go to the front? Why are you back here? Get up front. What, so you can catch a good shot? And it just so happens the shot that they catch is, of course, him with the blood and the fist. Mind you, that same fist, the 2 black men lost their medals for putting up that same fist. But he could do that though, and we could be celebrating that though. Oh, okay, yeah, but we just gonna forget that the Olympic Committee took those medals from those black men who put their fist up because men in their country were dying
Hmm.
just because, and no justice was happening. Yeah. But seems like some of y'all who have been living your lives in this sheltered bubble, right? Because you ain't have to sit at no lunch counter and somebody tell you, nigger, get up, don't sit here, whites only toilets and white only fountains and stuff like that, because we didn't have to live in that. You're so like, oh, we don't need none of this. But when it comes back, God, I hope it doesn't, but if it does come back, just remember my voice. I told you, bitch. I told you. I told you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Because that's what Putin wants. Putin wants a white Europe back again. He doesn't want all these browns and Africans and whomever's all over Europe. He wants to make Europe white again. And if he has help from places like the United States, why not? Yeah, we can talk about the pipeline and all that other stuff, but that's bullshit. That's not what it's about. It's not what this is about. He can find other places to put a pipeline instead of putting it through Ukraine if he really wanted to. It's not what this is about. This is about sovereignty. This is about, we done watch Hitler's playbook. We're going to do it differently to ensure that we actually get what we want. And over here, it's just a little bit of both. They watched Hitler's. They got a little bit of Nixon. This is what Nixon should have done. Should have just said, no, I'm not leaving. I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. We had the Supreme Court at the time, so they should have just stepped in and wiped the whole thing away. This is all this is. This is it. But because we don't have people who really pay attention to actual history, they're all in just the moment. Everything's not about a moment. People not playing with the moment. They've been doing this long game for the longest time, piece by piece, nipping away at everything.
Yeah.
Now we pretty close to having a king. And y'all think this is funny.
In 2025, I would have never thought this shit.
For those of you that don't know, living under a rulership of a monarch, a full controlled monarch, you just the head of state, like you think in London where they have parliament, but they
just for ceremonies and things like that.
No, we talking about something totally different. We talking almost what was the one that was chopping off legs and stuff in Africa? What's the name? Mobutu. The one that he got had a song with Chris Rock.
He had a theme.
Chris Rock. Song. Yeah, Chris Rock did a little theme song when he used to have the Chris Rock show on HBO. That's how I remember it. Living in exile. But yeah, I mean it's like it could be serious. And then not to mention that you don't get to vote for another monarch. They just die and then the person takes over. So then you have Donald Trump Jr. and
I was going to say, yeah, then you'll end up with nepotism at its best. Okay.
Hell no. Like, seriously, when do we just like take a step back? Like, yeah, everybody likes money and not paying, this, that, and the other and getting some money back. But what are you willing to sacrifice? Like, are you willing to sacrifice your own freedoms? Because if it comes down to it and some people get their way, you won't be able to just practice being yourself. If that's, whatever you choose to do, you won't be able to do that. So then how can you enjoy what it is you voted for? If you're not the ones included in the benefit.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. It's like, look at it like, am I actually included? We could deal with the semantics of this, that, and the other later. This is all about, am I included in this? Because you're not. You're not included at all. They know it. You don't. Because I'm telling you, you're not included.
No,
You're not
we're barely included in anything now. So,
and if you
what's
think,
the difference?
right, if you think some of these states can stand up against that, you can only stand for so long. You can only, not refuse government aid for so long and just do whatever the state can afford. Eventually, you're going to cave because you can't do it.
You'll be like Texas.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Every time you have rainfall or a snowflake,
you'll be stuck because you can't do it. You cannot do it. They will cut off your supply. They will cut off any kind of resources you get. You'll get cut off. You'll have stuff being flown in on a regular commercial plane like old Hoghead, the former governor of Maryland, did with his wife at Air Asia to get COVID stuff in because he wasn't allowing it because it wasn't, didn't get the okay from the president. So he had to sneak away and do something different to get it in. It's the same thing. It's so much larger than the small things that we think about. So much larger. But anyway, I think I'm done with that. Any other thoughts, questions before we proceed to a little lighter stuff?
No, nothing I can think of.
It really just like I said, it really just.
It has been a week, I tell you.
Yeah, I get it. We all have difference of opinion. That's what makes like dialogue and all that kind of stuff great, right? But when you start to infringing on people, on their rights, just to be human and just to do whatever they want to do, kind of making people do what you want them to do because that's what you feel they should do, you're crossing a whole different territory that is really just like, whoa. Like even for women alone, I just think this should be a moment to where in which, you may not rock with Democrats or anything like that, or even like a lot of the policies. But just the simple fact that somebody's telling you, hey, this is what you can only do with your pussy, enough for me. If I was a woman to be like, yeah, no, I can't
Right.
rock with that.
Big clits or little ones.
Yeah, because it's like, I may not agree with abortion, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if I
choose,
it's not
my body. It's
right.
not my body, not my choice.
But if I choose to do something, or something happens to me, and hey, that's the option to save my life. Pretty much, we're just going to discard you and keep the baby. Yeah. Then we're not even going to feed the baby or take care of the baby because we don't give a fuck about the baby after it comes out of you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just let it grow up in a foster thing, and whatever happens.
Then the baby would become incarcerated and go into the penal system and work for us as a slave for 50 cents and ramen noodles. That type of thing.
It's just really sad. It really is sad.
No, but everybody should be afraid, and those white women, baby, feel sorry for you.
Yeah, and they're gonna get it worse. They're gonna get it worse.
Yeah, because the bitch is already anxious, but and they thought that they were going to get a big piece of the pie. You thought this was going to be, you're going to be enjoying this hand in hand, and you're not. You're going to be under the thumb also, and you're going to be even worse because you're closer to it.
Yeah, right. And they know they carried you. They've carried you. You've benefited from their aggression, from their push forward. So they're looking at it like you owe me. So yeah,
Right.
yeah, that cat belongs to me, and I get to do with it what I want to.
I want my house clean,
That's it.
and
I want dinner. I want dinner
and I want an
cooked.
apple pie on Sundays, like Mama used to make.
Right.
Some
The
days,
grandma.
if you wanted a career,
It's
you know, you
gone.
wanted a career or anything else,
Gone.
it's done.
Gone.
Done. You're gonna be home
Gone.
crying,
Right.
postpartum blues.
Crazy.
But you thought this shit was a fucking joke.
Yeah.
They don't want to share power with anyone.
No. No.
They want it all.
And they know it's slipping away.
Mm-hmm.
They know it's slipping away and slipping
Look
away.
at that, people, because women aren't, especially white women, they're opting out of having children. That shit is expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the resources. There's no guarantee that you're going to find a mate that's going to stay with you until these children are, you know,
Right.
up and running.
Like your grandparents did.
It did, Regardless, them motherfuckers hate each other, but they had 12 kids.
Right. Right. And
You
then
know?
he had 5 and 6 on the side.
On the side, had that other family that you only found out about after he dropped dead.
That's it. Boop dead on Jackie Washington.
And they all went to the same elementary school.
Yeah, how about it?
I thought that was the craziest shit. Over here, we have like we have Hamden, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my sister, when she became a teacher, and she said it is nothing to have 2 sets of families, same father, different mothers, and they live in the same block.
Wow.
I was like, oh, that's some black shit. I said, well, I don't know, because at least black people, they do this shit across town.
Right.
They know they be fucking fighting all the time.
Right. Exactly.
But they all get along and everything. They have 2 totally separate families. They're brothers and sisters. Same last name. One might be blonde. One might be, you know, brunette.
Wow.
But it's you know, this shit's real scary. It's not
Interesting.
really not
Yeah,
a joke.
it is. It really is.
Because
I mean,
every day it inches it way closer and closer.
I didn't grow up in a dictatorship, man. I don't even want to know what it's like. But from the readings and the videos and all that I've done over the years, it don't look like a pretty thing, and it don't look like a lot of people benefited. Like, oh, this is great. This is great. I enjoy this. Because I mean, you can look certain parts of different places where there were dictators. Everybody didn't benefit from the hands of a dictator.
Oh no. And everybody looked the same. They all look dreary, worn out.
Just crazy. But anyway. All right. On to other stuff.
Hey, who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who had been saying that? Who said that? Who said that?
So who said that?
Who said that? Who did? All right. So YouTube news. Let's talk about it. So the crew, or I don't know what he calls it, the K crew or King Roman News and their crew had just had their crewcation in Houston. And it looked like it was pretty successful. It looked like some people had fun. I mean, there was a few faces that I did recognize. Of course, there was Miss Cruiser. She tagged along. Miss Cruiser seemed to be everywhere. She getting around.
That's right. Get it in. Get it
Right.
in.
Making sure she making her visits. Chocolate Bay was there, and it was a little situation. Chocolate Bay. I just watched the video not too long ago. Jay Wilson had a live, and Chocolate Bay wanted to come up, and upon him coming up, I think there was some technical difficulties, so he dropped down and then he came back up. But when he came back up, I guess he handed the phone to others, and there was K-Fit. She was there as well. And Jay Wilson, in his shadiness, as always, calling somebody out their name. K-Fit, just, what is it, Special K, Circle K, and then just kept saying it. After you said it the one time, and she heard him, but she couldn't like respond, because that's when the malfunction happened with Chocolate Bay either couldn't hear him or he couldn't hear Chocolate Bay or whatever. So he had stepped down. But other people were playing it, so they could hear what he was saying, calling her Circle K and Special K and all types of shit. So of course, when she got back on, she was gonna be away. And Reed tried to redirect and kind of, oh girl, get up. Let me see your shoes. Does that shoe cam? And he's still in the back, he's still on the side. Yeah, girl, Special K. I was calling you Special K, Circle K, and kept on. So of course, King Roman being right there, eventually just took the phone like, bitch, we over here, we hear you, talking shit. I'm paraphrasing, but pretty much like we hear you over here talking shit. And then they start going back and forth. Now, what each other was saying, I don't know. A lot of people saying King Roman was dragging them. I don't know. It just sounded like a lot of yelling to me. But I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, the men don't really got nothing going on from. I mean, I've just never known somebody to have so many degrees and yet employment is so aloof.
Is he still unemployed?
I don't know. But I just,
because remember we kind of dropped out.
yeah,
like during that time
right.
when all that stuff had happened, so I purposely didn't keep up with.
But I mean, I don't really care. But I mean, it's just like for someone who always has so much, it's like why did obviously there's a disconnect somewhere. And again, we could say anything because it's YouTube. You can say whatever, and people believe you or not. But it's just like the fruit that you bear speaks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you running from job to job to job to job to job, always getting fired, or all this shit always happening to your employment. Make you go, do you really have 7 degrees? Because somebody who would have 7 degrees or degrees in high value would be far more like solidified in something to where which doing odds and ends doesn't happen. There are people that have one and are pretty comfortable. Like I could get another and be far more like, oh, I'm really comfortable now. But like you needed 7. Like it just don't. And then you're going back and forth with people. For what? Why? I mean, and I get it. It's the beef factor, whatever. But I mean, some of it is just like kind of stupid. Like you're going back and forth. The man's on vacation. Don't be mad because people actually go on vacation and vacation. They don't go on vacation to go into a library with a cruise ship full of people that came for you to sit in the library and talk to people on YouTube and have panel discussions. What?
That shit at home.
I would never, if I did, I would never spend another dime going on any trip with that man. If I was any one of these ride or lives, I wouldn't do it. Does it
But
make
you know what that
sense?
sounds like? If you ever notice kids that are on this and they do this and they don't know how to communicate face to face.
Yeah, right.
And when they finally meet, a lot of them they're just really awkward.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to walk out the room to really engage.
Because they're socially awkward. Because they are socially awkward. They don't, because they look at this as a protection shield that they could do the shit, talk the shit, and it be, it's nothing. But the reality is it's real. So when you step out your door, you may bump into somebody. And they may not
don't know what to say.
Yeah, right. They may not be so, it may not be such a happy experience. But you have to understand that that's part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like You got to be able to back it up. Whatever it is, you got to be able to back it up. You can't be sitting up here, you think it's cute and dandy to talk shit, but then you can't back none of that up. Because I'm just sit in the library. I'm just sit in the library and do. Come on, people have spent their money, their hard-earned money, to come spend time with you.
With you in the flesh.
With you, right? With you physically in the flesh. Like, it's cool if you was gonna pop on to go, hey y'all, we about to go eat breakfast or go do something. That's different because you're including in the people that came to see you. But you sitting somewhere secluded with your shit set up. The fact that you brought everything with you is sad, but with your shit set up to sit in the library where you're supposed to be reading and do YouTube to talk about what else is going on YouTube while you're on vacation.
When you should be
With
more
people
concerned about what's
from
going
YouTube.
on in that on that boat in that space. Babs goes,
Had you been more
Am I
concerned
sti-
with going on with the boat, you might have not have picked that boat. How about that?
oh wow. Mm.
Hey Babs, what's going on? Did you say you haven't seen? Oh yeah, it's been a while. It's been a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I like she said, she's still the only person introverted enough to relate to sitting in a library on a
Yeah.
cruise.
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. It don't make no sense. But yet you have all this stuff to say, and oh Lord, don't get you to cursing. Then it's like, oh, he cursing? Oh, he must really be fired up. Even you cursing sounds like, what? What are you talking about, sir? Like, what are you talking about? It's just be yourself. Like, a lot of these people don't even know how to be themselves. And then they're so scared of people seeing them, but realize people will see you. Eventually, people will see who you really are. And then you won't be able to hide and run into the library because people will see it. People saw it. People saw him for how he really is and the awkwardness and all that. But that comes with the territory. That's what you signed up for, believe it or not. So all this kind of grandiose that you give on here, it's not really who you are. So of course, the realness of who you are really shows in person. And you're not built for. So it's like, if you're going to do a vacation or anything else moving forward, be engaged with your people. That's what they paid for. They didn't pay for you to go sit anywhere else and do YouTube or do whatever. And don't be mad for other content creators who get people to actually go on trips with their people, and they actually are engaged with their people. Then you try to throw people under the bus like they did something to you. I see how you do, Chocolate Bay. He just happened to pop on the live. Like, yeah, he popped on the live to, I guess, show where he was or, whatever. And of course you were going to eat it up because that's what y'all about. All that, ooh, let me see. But you didn't like it too much after it got heated. But why would you expect him not to defend somebody that you're shading and she's sitting right there? And she came to see him and the rest of them. So why would you not think that he would defend her and check you like he did? I don't. I'm confused. I'm confused. Other than that, the only thing I will say, it had nothing to do with that, but Brian, I don't know about you. I really don't know about you because it was just like, you did that whole thing with Honest Row on Jay Wilson's panel. Didn't you turn around and you then mad at Jay Wilson? Now you praising King Roman for coming at Jay Wilson. You did that. Fuck you, Jay Wilson. I'm confused with the back and forth. I really am. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's just me. I'll leave it alone. But the back and forth for me is kind of like, if you don't like the man, you don't like him. But if you do like him, then like them, but don't like them sometimes, and then like them. It's just weird for me. Just weird, but I don't know. But
Yeah,
anyway,
Babs. When I saw, I didn't even recognize Chocolate Bay at first, and because I had to ask. I was like, "Is that Chocolate Bay?" I was like, "Okay, I see. It looks good. Looks like he's
yeah.
in a good. Looks like he's in a good space." So
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it looked like they had a good time. It looked like they really
hmm
enjoyed themselves. So, um, yeah, but I mean, we all have travels and trips and places to go and people to see, and it's just what we do. We do travel, people. I know a lot of people don't, and they talk shit and they be behind their cameras or on their gray sofas and don't go nowhere. But the next state over, they could drive to it. Um, But no, people actually fly on their own accord, and they don't have to wait for somebody to give them a buddy pass because they don't have money to afford a flight. But they want to talk about how somebody stank or didn't wash or all that kind of stuff. But you didn't pay for no flight. You didn't buy your ticket. Somebody bought your ticket. But you got nerve to be talking about somebody else not having money or giving you back your $13. And we'll constantly keep talking about it. Like,
damn.
make it
Was
make
it was it
sense.
exactly $13?
I don't know, but I mean, would it really matter? I mean, were you that pressed for it? Were you that hard up? But then again, being that you didn't pay for your own flight, I guess every penny counts, because you probably didn't have a lot of funds to go in the first place. So I guess, whatever. But yeah, people do fly and pay for their own things and travel and drive and see other places and other people and experience things outside of, somebody always talking about other people are broke when reality, they the only ones broke mentally, physically, financially, just broke all the way around. Um, that, there's no hope for you. There's no hope. And you would think that you would be a different person, but guess that's asking too much for.
A lot of things don't change.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but you sometimes you think things do change, like people's weight. You would think, oh, maybe you lightened up a little bit, but no, 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 no. Yeah, it's the trick of the enemy. You get skinny in the face and you think you're skinny in the waist, but no, 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 no. That waist is still big as shit. No, no, no.
It's always was it Ozempic? Is that what it's called?
It's something. I don't know, but I think so. I think that's got you know got a lot of people on a high, and it's just like no, no. Oh, you do know how you got to do other stuff. You got to be a little more physical with that stuff. It don't work that way. You still a cupcake away. That's all you need. You be back at it. So just
It
be
takes a
mindful.
cupcake
That's it. A
to mess
cupcake away.
to mess up the whole damn thing.
Mess it up. Fuck up the church's
Mhm.
money. Just one
Yeah,
cupcake.
one
Will fuck it
cupcake.
all up. So I don't know. But anyway, I haven't watched any movies lately. I don't know, I just haven't. Um House of Dragons. I seen the last episode. It was good. I didn't pretty much the battle I watched, but I was kind of like, no, not
Yeah,
the
I knew.
auntie. Huh?
Yeah. I was
I
gonna
was
say,
like,
yeah,
not the
shit. Everybody
auntie.
was, oh man, like no, but
Right.
you saw the scene when she kind of acknowledged the fact that she knew that the guy on the boat was actually her husband's son,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
how that was some boss shit.
Right.
That
Yeah.
I was like I could fuck with you. That was
Uh-huh.
some boss shit.
It was. I think he thought a little bit that she was flirting with him, though.
Yeah, but
She,
she was looking at the similarities.
yeah, yeah, she was. She was indeed. Because she knows her husband. That's what so
Uh huh.
she.
That says you hadn't watched it, but you read the story and you know how it's going to go down. Yeah.
I haven't read this. I didn't read the stories. No.
Because on TikTok they break down, like, each week they break down the episode and
Okay.
comparison. They'll give you the book version of what
Okay.
actually happened. And what I've really liked is they actually named, like, all the dragons. There's like several different dragons, and they gave a
Okay.
description. They gave a description, and who the dragon was actually paired with.
Mm-hmm.
That, who was the actual rider, which
Right.
was really good. But yeah,
Oh,
but she handled it like a real boss. She sure did. Because
yeah.
it's all about, back then. It's all about the throne.
Right. Right.
Who's who's in control.
Right. Yeah.
She told him, she's like, you need to bring him into the family
Right.
because he has your blood running through his veins. But when that big ass tanker clamped down on that on her drag, I was like, damn. But
But I knew
that's
it was coming. I
that's
just
his
knew
MO.
MO. Yes, that's just what he does.
He hides, and then he drives that big ass bus. That's a big ass motherfucker. Just clamp
Yeah,
down.
that dragon
Because if you
is-
notice, he has to be the oldest dragon, and definitely the largest. Because all the
yeah,
rest of them are kind of
small.
small and
Yeah.
not as powerful. They could outrun
And I
him
think they're
because they're so
faster.
sleek.
Yeah, I think they're faster. But
Yeah, Bat Rainey, she's a G. She's a G. But then what I like too is I was watching everybody else's clips. They're doing like the little funeral thingy, when they're discussing her and stuff, and everybody and their reaction when they actually saw that particular scene.
right.
And everybody's like, "Oh no!" All the black people like, "Oh no, they got
Yeah,
auntie so and so." It's like,
right.
yeah, damn.
I was like,
But burnt that
man,
king to a crisp.
yeah,
Because the description in the book where they had burned his armor was actually burned into his skin.
yeah,
Because they were showing where they were peeling it off of him. I
yeah,
think it was this week where they were
yeah.
peeling it off of.
Mhm.
Oh man, that had to hurt because
Yeah. I'm sure he was such in pain and he didn't even feel it.
he's probably high. What is it called?
Yeah.
Milk of the puppy or
Milk of
something?
the
They give
puppy.
him
Yeah.
the white the shit Michael Jackson had, the white stuff. What did they give? Give me some of that milk. What was that shit? What was that called that he had, that Michael Jackson had? Propofol.
Football. Yeah.
Propofol. He had that. So he was probably good and high probably for about 2 years.
Until they took him out of
If he
here.
lived through that. Yeah, as long as he didn't get any infections. Because you imagine, they're dirty. They didn't wash their legs, man. You easy catch an infection.
Not
Around
watch
them
the
dirty
legs.
ass. Yeah, they wash their legs. I keep
So,
telling you,
but
I don't know how that night went down on the queen. I don't remember everybody's
they're
name
gonna
because
bathe
everybody's
with
name's all
yeah,
similar.
I don't remember everybody's name either.
All she had to do was lift that velvet
that heavy ass
she
dress.
lifted that dress. God damn.
Them curtains.
Whew, yes.
And the odor from them curtains. If I was like,
Mhm.
not milk of magnesia.
Yeah, milk of magnesia.
It's just crazy. But yeah, so I watched that, and I don't know. That's about it. I ain't really been watching too many shows.
Yeah. Has
As
anybody
of
seen
late.
that one, the new one with Tyler Perry? What is it called?
That divorce one? No, I just seen the
Yeah,
clip where
I
they
only
was
seen the
pulling
clip
the
of
body
the funeral.
of the
Yes.
funeral. They was taking the body out. She was like, "Don't take the casket, take the body out." What the fuck are you gonna do with a body?
Did what they did, threw their body right in the back of their pickup truck.
I just
Now, when she
need-
was taking the clothes off, I was like, what did she get ready to fight?
right. That's what I thought she
I-
was getting ready to
What
fight.
she's going to do?
too.
But they had brought her the clothes and paid for the funeral and all the rest of that.
See, I just think in the beginning, yes, I do understand your need to protect your baby because it's your thing. You birthed it. Now though, it's like enough's enough. Because it bleeds over into everything. Like you got glimpses of the have and have nots, and with all these different things, like they all kind of woven in together. It's no kind of like separate story where this story has nothing to do, no inkling, no nothing, no connection to anything else. You can watch a Tyler Perry anything and find something. You'd be like, oh, that's similar to when I saw that, and this happens in this show. Like, it's too much. You need fresh, different eyes.
Yeah, but somebody's saying that he's stole that story from them. There's another writer. That's why you don't send people your stuff.
Yeah, nope.
You don't send people your manuscripts and things like that, or your artwork.
Not if you don't send them. Not if you don't stamp it first.
Mm-hmm. Because they're not going to give you any credit.
Nope.
And they can take it, especially now he's at.
Yeah,
he's so up there. He could just take bits and pieces and say, well, "No, I read so many." Everybody has their own version of it.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
She was complaining about that. She was on TikTok also doing that, talking about her story that she wrote. It had to be maybe like over 10 years ago, and she said she sent him a copy of the manuscript, and it's like, no, you never do that.
Yeah.
Don't give people your ideas.
No. You always patent that whole joint first before you hand it over. That way, if they even think about it, it's like, nope, give me my money. I did watch. I tell the fib. I did watch The Shy. Yeah, I did watch that, and I called that. They finally got Duda. Jesus Christ! Years and years and years of that man tormenting that area. So just pick up another one. It's crazy. Like once. He was removed, somebody else took his place just that quick. And it's like, God damn, they didn't even get a breath to be like, oh, we can relax. It was like, nope, no relaxing. It's like, golly. But yeah, The Shy is my show. I definitely love The Shy. So I don't know if this will be its last go around, but
how long has it been on? This has been on a minute.
I think that this is their 5th or 6th season. I think it's their 6th, I think. Don't quote me. But yeah, they've been on for a minute. And it's cool to see the kids like start as kids and now they're grown adults acting and doing a good job. Really, really doing a good job. Let's see where we at.
Yeah. Bab says the only show she's seen is the GOP trying to convince me that I care who Amber voted for.
That too. Their whole show and a half, the primetime show of the assassination. Dun dun dun. You're like, girl.
Like I told you, I've been depressed because they ain't killed that fucker.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's so close. So close.
That's the first text I saw. Oh my God, did you hear? I almost. God damn. I was like, what? And then
I know they read my text. I make sure.
My brother gonna send a picture. Like it was the photo doing this. And I was like, what is that for? And then all of a sudden it was like, and I was like, oh. Because he always seems to do that. Like he'll send me something and I'll be like,
what?
Yeah. Like, what is that for? So what he put a fist up? But I mean, like, you put a fist up, not just any fist, but that particular fist. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And sure enough, instantly, they got t-shirts and everything. I was like,
they were already made up. Everybody was like, they had to have them already made up.
Yeah, it's like, come on. He's anything to sell.
That's why I said that was a Tyler Perry production.
This shit is crazy. Next thing you know, he's gonna be wearing the t-shirt with the gold sneakers. And don't forget the chain with his face.
Now, if he had those sneakers on, that motherfucker might have been able to run. He wouldn't have to reach down to grab his shoe. It wouldn't have came off.
Oh no, that shoe.
I don't know.
Them sneakers
those
in China.
I was going to say, yeah, those Temu shoes. I'll give you bunions, corns, and everything else.
You can't be outside too long in them Temu shoes. They fall apart. Okay, don't do it.
That's right. That gold foil start coming off. He should have had his own tennis shoes on.
So I don't know.
But I was so disappointed. I felt really bad.
Oh.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right.
I'm sorry that
Well,
young man
you know,
disappointed.
that's the at first you don't succeed, try again.
As the saying goes, if you don't succeed, it's like Aaliyah said, try dust yourself off and try again.
Try
Well,
again.
he
Dust
can't
yourself
dust
off and
himself
try.
off,
Oh,
of course, because he is dust. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
he said they
Uh,
selling sneakers with his engineer for $2.99. I know, and it only costs about $19.
Custom made. I'm just I'm glad that it was one of them. Okay, I'm glad it was a
Oh
white
yeah,
on
that was
white.
another thing too. I thought we were kind of slipping on that one. We were actually waiting to see was he or wasn't he one of
Right.
us.
I think they was doing that on purpose because they was like, "Damn, it's one of us. Let's hold out as long as we can."
But they all follow the same MO.
Yeah,
If you
they
look at
did.
him,
Hmm.
he's
He looked like
strange
he's
looking.
been. He looked like he'd been teased and stuff his whole life.
Hmm.
Just go ahead, Roger. Go home. I mean, just and somebody was really like, "You want to do something that everybody will always remember you forever, and you'll be in the history books, and we can
I
then
told
blame
you.
Biden for
Yeah, like I said, just to cover up all that
it."
other
Yeah,
stuff that was going
all the
on
other shit.
later that week, you had to have something extraordinary,
Big. You had to have
like
something
aliens or
big.
something coming down.
Yep.
And
Mhm.
you know what? You'll just go to jail for a little while,
That's
and
it.
but we'll make sure we put you. You'll be in federal prison. You'll be okay. You can get an
Right.
education. We'll pay for it, whatever. Blah blah
Yep.
blah. And then
Your family
just
get
before the great
paid.
leave office, I'll go ahead and I'll pardon you. So
Yep.
it makes me look good too because I forgive you for trying to kill me. That's
Now
how I'm
make sure you
sure
don't
that's
shoot.
how he was.
Now make sure you don't shoot me. You shoot me.
Hmm.
What was that movie where they had to shoot each other? It's like, you shot me too. Or you stabbed me too. Was it Scream? They was like stabbing each other. And it's like, stab me right here. You gotta stab me right here. You stabbed me too hard. I can't breathe. Like, what are you doing? Like, I just really think this is like you shoot them, but you shoot them, you graze them. How good is your shot? Are you really good? You're pretty good? It's like, yeah, I'm good. I shoot squirrels
No, you didn't. Squirrels,
and
gray
possums.
squirrels, right?
I shoot
With comb overs.
gray squirrels and black squirrels. I don't really like black squirrels. Yeah, I shoot those. Possums, all the dark ones. I don't shoot any deer, although they're brown. I like their brown though. But yeah, we shoot all the other stuff.
It was. I was like, we're so fucking close.
I don't even think so. I think it was a BB gun. To be honest, I really think it was a
Mm.
BB gun. It just sound very muted.
Lord, why have you forsaken me? Give me my due, but I'll have my day.
But I mean, hey, the year is not over yet, and The Simpsons did
Yeah,
predict that he would be laid out in an old gold casket in 2024.
Getting that Aretha Franklin tour.
That's
You know,
it.
they had to make some money off of that shit.
Cross his legs. Give him the, give him the
did.
stretched
And
one.
her, and her
Open
little
up
feet,
fully.
and her little feet stuffed in those shoes. They didn't even go in there right.
Stuffed in the
They had a
shoes.
little
Her
leg
toes was
cross.
curled. Her
You had to
toes
change the
was
suit,
curled.
be like, and the James Brown tour. Remember that too? Because
Yeah, the James
he
Brown
actually
thing too.
went from
Oh
place to
well,
place. It
they're
was like
gonna
6
keep
months.
that tour. He's gonna be above ground in the place in Jersey. It's gonna be above ground there, sitting there for a while before they're not
Was that
gonna bury him next to
is
his
that the golf
ex-wife.
course?
Yeah, he's gonna be
Is
at
that
the golf
next
in
to
Jersey,
his first wife?
next to his first wife. But he's not gonna bury her there unless Melania is like, no, I want him. I want him there, so I don't have
But
to see him when I'm in Florida.
I'm sure she was the most disappointed. I
You
know
know
she
she
was.
was.
She
No,
was
she
probably,
was.
Miss, you don't seem happy today. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Don't don't talk
Don't.
to me. I don't feel well. I'm going shopping. Going
Right. And
shopping.
it's like the whole time, where has she been? He doing all this campaigning. You almost lost him, God forbid, and you ain't seen him or heard nothing from her. You gotta be kidding me. But they're so married and so in love. Bullshit.
I must run to his side.
Right. Right. Let's believe. You wouldn't need no Secret Service. Michelle would have kicked that little boy's ass, okay? She would have kicked that little boy herself with them arms.
Mm-hmm.
She would have gave him a 2-piece and a biscuit.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But then, did you hear they were trying to spin it, saying that Biden wouldn't give him extra Secret Service?
I was
on
talking.
that?
I talked about it on that night. I said,
Mhm.
no. Thanks to Trump himself, he did that. He made that to where they was cutting down for spending. They were cutting down
Yeah.
the security that the former presidents were getting. He chopped Obama's the most. So okay, what you call it ain't touch it. He didn't change it. He was just like, well, that's the one you implemented. So
That's what happens when you get old and forgetful. Your own shit bit you in the ass,
that's it.
literally.
Biden just kept it. Biden didn't change it and re-implement more security for the former presidents. He left it how Trump implemented it. Because one, the Obamas had their own personal security now, along with the little Secret Service they do have. But so I guess, and I'm sure he probably checked with Obama to, hey, do you need some more security? I can, he probably was like, no, you leave it. We're good. Whatever, So he left it. So, okay, now this happens to you. Now where's my security? This is what you asked for.
It's Rona all over again. That motherfucker was gasping for air standing up there. You could even lift your arm up.
Right.
Shit.
But it'll go away. It'll go away. It's not real. Yeah, until it really hits you like a Mack truck. Almost took your ass out of here. You would have been saying.
Like I said, God, the Lord keeps playing with me. We're gonna have to have a discussion. Why have you, Lord?
I don't know.
Yeah, I am a humble servant.
Are you really
humble? Why. Well,
are you really humble?
I'm a servant. I'm a slight servant.
Well, at least you're not an atheist. At least you're not an atheist.
No, but you know what? Getting close. Where all this shit coming along, it's just something wrong. Something wrong.
Somebody must be out to lunch. Somebody must be out to lunch up there.
Yeah, are we like
this is not making sense.
Is this the 1,000 years of silence? I don't know, because nothing's going. All this shit that's going on, it makes you wonder. You have to, you really have to wonder.
You really, like,
or maybe it's like with most like when you become a parent, you want your kids to do for themselves and be able to handle themselves, and we just fucking it up down here.
Yeah, but eventually a parent would say something. Would be like, nah, like
they give you hints, but they don't interfere. Yeah, but until it really gets out of control, and it'll probably be a volcano or some shit, something catastrophic. Well, shit, Rona might have been that. But we still hadn't
hit the right
anything.
people. You still
didn't.
Turkey neck McConnell sitting there looking crazy in the face.
Living dead himself.
Right. Having moments and glimpses of conversations with death, literally, that they send it to Senator.
That was hilarious. I was like, when they on StreamYard, it froze. That shit froze.
What is he, FaceTime? It frozen. But nobody says anything. Nobody even says he needs to step down. No. So I don't know. But that's all I got, good people. I don't know. I don't know what is we gonna do? I feel like Whoopi when she found them letters. He's like, so many letters. What's we gonna do with all these letters? And she said, just go
sit down and put them in order.
The postmark. I don't know. I really don't know, because I feel it's getting so bad to where people who once voted and believed even in him are really gonna be like, oh shit, I fucked up. And it's gonna be like, yeah, you did. And I just want you guys to like, a lot of people probably felt that way. They probably felt that way early on when they was hanging out with the Spanish, thinking, oh, they're gonna give us some guns and some gold. And all we gotta do is give them some people we don't like. Sure, here you go. Till they got clobbered over the head and realized, woke up, oh, we on the ship too. Oh, I think I fucked up. Yeah, it was too late. Too late. Too late. They got about 400 years of free labor out of you. Now they're saying that your labor for the 400 years plus, because, after that was this and then Jim Crow and everything else, was good educational tools because Lord knows in Africa you didn't know how to do nothing. I wonder how those pyramids got built. I wonder how all that other stuff got built. But no, you didn't know how to do anything.
That's right. How you even learn how to vaccinate people?
Right. Yeah, I'm okay. Like
How you learn to wash your ass?
they still haven't learned that one.
Well, no.
That might be a
Washcloth. That always seems to be an age-old debate too. Washcloths. I've never used washcloths. I just use my hand. Oh.
Well, they do come from like the Vikings, on that line of evolution. So I mean, they probably still in their full being self, they probably still have that nature in them.
You sure they're not Neanderthals?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. They are. They don't believe so, but I'm sure that they are. They started out looking like Gollum from Lord of the Rings in the caves. That's what they was looking like. The Precious. That's what they was looking like. Then they came out. They had a little son. They didn't do too much, but yeah, but they started off looking like Gollum. That's what I believe.
Hey, Virginia Redbone, how you doing?
Hey.
Babs said McConnell he's seen the Lord for real. I don't think it was the Lord McConnell seen. I don't think he did.
I think he's seen Death's representative.
He sure did.
I think he really saw Death's representatives a few times to be like, I'm about to come pick you up, and then, okay, I'm getting close to coming to pick you up now.
Yeah, you know what? But you know what? You know Trump was supposed to go on the weekend because all these other people left.
Yep.
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons dead?
Yeah.
Oh,
he died. What's the girl that used to be on Charm? What is her name?
Oh yeah, Shannon Doherty.
Shannon Doherty. And Dr. Ruth. Dr. Ruth
Dr.
died.
Ruth died? The sex lady?
Yeah.
Oh. No Wang Dang Doodle. She is gone.
Yep. She was 96.
Wow.
I was like,
wow. Goodness gracious. Hopefully she still wasn't
96.
doing the boing boing at 96. Jeez,
At 96? Yeah. Shit.
Oh God.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's
She's
cry. It's like abuse.
Get some coconut oil. That's her.
You know what? Don't do that.
I always use the coconut oil.
That is crazy. I can't believe that. Well, that's crazy.
What, her doing it in 96 or coconut oil?
No, that she passed away. I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, because you know how, I guess as they get older, they just kind of drop out of sight.
Yeah.
I thought she had passed a long time ago. I'm always assuming after a certain time.
Well, she
right after COVID. Yeah, that like right after COVID, that a lot of people passed, and you just didn't hear the names.
Oh,
sure. So many people.
Passed away too. I didn't know.
Man, I say those old folks throw it back. They don't sleep.
Ain't she the lady that played
who?
Shelley Duvall.
Oh yeah, Shelley Duvall. She was Olive Oil.
Olive Oil, yeah.
And she also played in the Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had she had a lot of mental issues going on.
Sutherland guy, the
David
President Snow. No, it's his father.
His father. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, but Shelley Duvall had a lot of mental issues. She was like living in a
man.
trailer.
Oh, was
And
she?
you looked, and yeah, she looked really
Oh,
bad. I mean, not just white people bad, but
yeah.
she looked really bad.
Not just white people bad.
No, I mean, you know her age, and I mean, she just looks maybe like 15 or 20 years older than what they actually
Those
are.
old people throw it back.
Which,
But Babs, I did read that in the old folks home, there's a rise
yeah,
in like syphilis and chlamydia and
yeah.
all them things.
Well, you know what it is? They don't use any contraceptives, of course, because
Right,
menopausal. But then they don't
right,
use condoms, because they figure they ain't worried about getting pregnant or nothing like that at that
right.
age. But you just
But
don't
they
know.
they
The
going
Lord
around
is funny.
spreading.
The Lord funny. He throw that on that
But people going
100-year-old.
around throwing Viagra dicks and everything though. They ain't
But not on.
even.
But you know what? Not only that, they're nurses and they're the CNAs and stuff. They be sleeping with them.
Oh my
They be doing
god.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Some of them they like older people. And I'm like, if grandma could make that milkshake
You
come
know
to the
what?
yard,
I'm not even.
I'm like,
No,
I'm
no,
she better than me because
no. Ain't no way. No.
look,
You sitting there going to see grandma
me,
and grandma
okay,
tooted up with the
mm-mm.
CNA just
Yeah, but
getting
the
in there.
CNA just going to town.
Oh my
Sure
god.
is. You know what? You working overtime. He said, "Come on over here. You want that?
You want that meat
I
curtain?
you got you got that PS5 for you, waiting for you, baby. I got my check." And then she can make it clap,
uh,
uh, and cook. Give me a recipe. Hell
she
yeah.
can't cook. She in the home. They just have the cafeteria.
No, but that's why I said she can give them the recipe. I don't know. No, but they can go
Goodness.
home like on visitation and stuff like that. They can go out and stuff. I mean, it all depends on how bad, as
CNA
long as they
looking
don't have
for a
like dementia or
sugar
anything like
papa.
that.
Look at this one. Babs talking about something might be a CNA looking for a sugar pop. Just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. I just can't believe that. But I mean, I
Mhm.
can't believe it because I read it. But the
Yeah, but
fact
who's
of
to
just,
say? I wouldn't be surprised because a lot of times once those people go into nursing homes, their families, you
yeah,
have a lot of
that,
them that their
yeah,
families don't come
that's true
and
too.
visit them, so they have shit. If I leave you a house,
Yeah, I mean that's true. But
that type of thing.
but
I'm
yeah,
like, well,
just look out for your older ones that
look
happen to
out for
be.
Nana.
Yeah, Nana might be dropping it
Mm,
low and spreading it wide.
spread it wide. Hmm.
So be
Oh my
careful. And she's
goodness.
like, that's my friend. You start
That's
interrogating
right. You know what? They'll call me silky smooth or not. My pop these teeth out. Because you know I'm
not pop the
85. You know
teeth
I got
out.
skills.
Right. Not pop the teeth out. Be like,
Yeah,
where's that lady
silky
that
smooth.
not silky smooth. Okay, I'm done. That's just crazy. But yeah, definitely look out for your elderly. Nobody has time for that. Uh yes.
No, just make
No.
sure old people in nursing homes, please just make sure you take care of your your sexual
Yes,
health because you can
please.
you can get burnt
You can
too.
get it too, right? You can get burnt
Hmm.
too. And your burnt could burn you out of here. So be
Yeah,
careful. Please
yeah.
be
Just think
careful.
too. You think you on the final years?
You're in your
Might
golden
have a couple.
years.
So shit, might as well go ahead be a hoe.
Oh,
It's like shit. I'm going to meet the Lord. I'm gonna hold my shit up because all I gotta do is ask him right before I go.
forgive me
I'm
for being a hoe.
I'm on the ventilator, and like I said, just forgive me for my sins. I'm clean. So some of the motherfuckers will ride that shit to the wire.
Oh, to the very end. Then, but oh no, you almost made it, but
You be a sugar papa.
you didn't quite make it.
Mm.
Uh-uh.
Dude,
No,
what
I
you?
don't think nobody has no sugar at that age. I just think it's thick
They
molasses.
be diabetic,
It's molasses.
diabetes.
It
Hmm.
ain't no sugar. It's
Uh-huh.
sweet and
Yeah,
low.
Give me about 2 hours. I'm coming back from dialysis. I'll be ready.
Oh, it's going down tonight. They got Jello in the campus.
You know what I can do with some cherry Jello.
You know what? Good night. I can't. Anyway, any last words?
And some tapioca. Yes.
Oh, that's a thick, bumpy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Ew.
What is tapioca anyway?
It's enough. It's enough.
Like
bump.
it has like little beads or something in it. But it tastes good. It's like vanilla with little beads in it.
No.
I'll make you a pie.
Just crazy. Don't nobody got.
But it's nice to know that even in your twilight years.
Yeah, I mean that you can still get it in and get your shaboing boing on. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody else is laying around. You just laying around all day long. What are you doing? I don't want to play bingo.
Right.
I
don't want to play bridge. I don't want to play
I'm always in
big.
here.
I want to play spades.
If you can't be with the one, if you can't be with the one you want, be with the one.
Or the ones you, or the ones. Talking about today ain't your day. I'm supposed to see Agnes today.
Let me check my calendar. And they pull out that ledger.
Right. Hey ladies, my pills came. Talking about med check. When she be shaking her pills, them old men probably walking around there shaking pills. My pills came.
Go right on the head, knock yourself out. Just close the door.
They be sitting there like American Pie talking about some focus. When he was sitting there fucking on the grandmother in the dark. He thought he was doing just crazy. Not tapioca.
It's when it really goes down.
I can't with y'all. Crazy. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. Thank you all for coming out, hanging out with us yet again.
Hopefully this week will be quiet. I hope.
Yeah, let's hope. But I doubt it. We are gearing up for this election season, and it's fastly approaching. Remember, somebody's already been in election season a whole year early, so he's had a whole year head start. So I can just imagine it's just going to amp up from here.
Yeah, and it's going to get crazier.
Beyond
as we can see.
As we can see. So do your research, stay prayed up and focused, and moisturize. Get your damn lotion.
Make sure you check your voting status also.
Definitely do that. Check your voting status
so that they don't slip a one in on you.
Yeah, and where you're not registered or you're not shown on the roll. So please make sure that you are still registered to vote. You may have found that out when you did midterms, but always still check because you never know.
Yep, just go right online.
And especially if you live in Georgia, you need to do that because they done eliminated and removed everybody who stood up against 45 not winning Georgia at all and removed them with loyalists for Trump already. So it looks like even if you do vote, it may not even matter, but still vote because they doing the damn thing. Just like he said, fight. We gotta fight. Stupid, but you do have to fight. Like I get, trying to be the diplomatic one, but sometimes
you can't.
You gotta fight for your rights. You just can't let people just walk all over. One thing that we have learned from our own history, we ain't gonna let these people walk over us again. You'd be doing your ancestors a disservice if you allow what happened the first time to happen again in a whole different way and realm because you didn't learn to say, you know what? No, we're not doing this. And not for nothing, we could worry about policy and all that the next go round, to somebody who really has a platform who may be a Republican that I can get behind, and it's not all this I want to run this country myself and just, do away with Constitution, Bill of Rights, and everything else. And it's just whoever I deem to have rights should have them. We should never, ever want to go back there. And the fact that people are even entertaining that thought, it is shocking, especially anybody who is Black and know your history for real, and not in this fairy tale of, oh, well, we don't have to live that way anymore. Who said so? None of this stuff is written in stone. These are amendments, like addendums. These are not nothing that, it is completely illegal to do this. No, the 13th Amendment is just an amendment that can go away and it can be implemented.
Yeah, just
like
look at
it
how
never
they're
went
just
nowhere.
striking down and rearranging and changing and rewording
Yeah,
everything else.
That's it. That's all. So
They have every time you walk into the dollar store, you got to read the Ten Commandments.
right. I mean, what kind of mess is that? And then it's like or in order to do something like they used to do when you voted, you had to recite the amble. So it's like, what we have to do? Recite the 10 Commandments, or
Yeah.
what's a name? Or say a Bible verse before you. I mean,
Yeah,
it
remember
can get
church
really
church
ridiculous.
and state used to be separate, and it was separate for a reason.
For a reason. Yep. And it definitely should be separate, being that the same people that gloat all this churchness don't pay taxes under the cover of church being separated from state. So if that's the case, then pay your fucking fair share.
Right.
If we're gonna merge the two.
Oh, did you hear about them leaking emails from the Heritage Foundation? The furries.
I heard that it was compromised, and then the president of the Heritage Foundation tried to deny the email that was sent out. But yeah, they've been.
For those of you who don't know what a furry is, that's a person that enjoys sexual escapades dressed up as their favorite. Not a character, spirit animal. Yeah, I know that shit stink too. Anyhow, but
he tried to deny and say he didn't respond to the guy, but then the guy.
Yeah, but they have the email.
Yeah, the guy who he was going
and
back.
And you know what? And they need to have all these people with all these skills. That's why I always said on here that people love to dox and things like that.
Yeah.
When it's something really important, you need to hone those skills and go on the attack.
Yeah,
you need to.
Yeah,
you know. See, Bassett, I definitely do not want the same person who wanted us to drink bleach.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
What is the other thing? Something chloroquine or something?
Yeah,
shooting that up.
Hydrochloroquine. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
you know,
that's the thing. It's like, millions of people died.
Yeah, and that did not have to happen. That was because he dismantled. He dismantled the President Obama had already put in place, because we were having issues at that time over in Africa. They were having issues with Ebola. And by us being a global society, you're catching planes. We were bringing shit back and forth. People were coming in all the time. That's why you got ringworm,
right?
Venereal diseases now, because people go from one country to the other, and you're bringing stuff back. So he had put these protocols because it was going to happen.
Yeah. It was
just and he dismantled it.
Yep.
That's enough. That was more than enough. Plus, I never liked Trump anyway, but that was definitely enough. It's like, why would you remove? Well, knowing this motherfucker don't read any goddamn thing.
Unless they
knew that all this stuff was going on, but then too allow people to make money.
Yep. Hand over
from
fist.
This.
CVS,
they make money.
Walgreens, Walmart, tons of money.
Especially with the insider trading.
That too.
You had senators, the ones down in Georgia.
Sure was.
Before the public had a formal announcement, they
Right.
knew that this shit was coming. So that's why
Yep.
they dumped their stocks. Never heard no more about that either.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
They
So, yeah,
made a killing.
yep,
So, so draining.
it is. It is. It is. It is. It is. But trying to gear up and keep myself positive that people will actually come to their senses and realize this man is only out to make money for himself.
Mhm.
He is not looking out for the well-being of people.
These
However-
people, we should start saying these people,
Mhm.
because they also back him and allow him to do these things
Yeah. Yep.
and get away with it.
Bullshit. Complete and utter bullshit.
Oh, your shirt makes me so happy.
Yes, I know. That's how I felt like putting this on, because I was like, you know what? I need to smile, even though I don't feel
Nice,
it inside.
nice. Oh, you even have one in the center too. Okay.
Yeah, they're all
The
over.
smiley face.
They're all
Oh,
over.
that is so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all over. I said, yeah, we may need a little smiles. We may
Mhm.
need some smiles in this. Yeah. But I still hold out hope. Although I because the cancer in me thinks of all scenarios. But I still hold out hope that people will bring it together and realize this ain't the type of nation we want to live in, where I personally, regardless of who I choose to vote for, can't live my life. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
And definitely make sure you talk to your young people
Yeah,
and make them understand that even something doesn't directly affect them today, it will affect their children, grandchildren
yeah.
with these
I mean,
changes.
hey,
legislations going
they're
on.
looking to put in the draft, and if you think the draft will exclude your children or your grandchildren, you're sadly mistaken, because they coming. They coming for the younger generation, so they can eliminate them from voting in future elections.
Mhm.
If you think the Hunger Games was just a movie about selecting the young kids to fight, take another look.
Yeah, and it's not a joke.
Nope, not at all. And I wish it was. I wish it was a Tyler Perry movie. I wish it was a film that we can analyze and be like, that really happened? That's crazy. Or did you see that scene? But this is really playing out in real time. It really is.
You're gonna have to fight one way or the other.
Yeah.
This just placing your vote, being aware of what's going on. It's bloodless,
Yeah.
but you don't want to get to the point where you're going to definitely have to pick up arms and go up against them. We're just going to have to get into that mindset that unfortunately it may have to come down to that.
Yeah.
Because you cannot continue to allow these people, especially you don't want them affecting your families.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I think that's the thing.
So
People just
while
think
you
that
have the control, while you
their
have the
family
control of
won't
doing
be
it in a more peaceful manner, using these tools, use these tools. And
Yeah.
like I said, and explain to your young kids, because they don't have civics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They don't even have these types of conversations. You have people like Amber
on
Rose
purpose. Yeah, on purpose.
and all these other people persuading them to
Right.
do the opposite, because
Right.
first of all, you don't know how much her pockets were lined.
Right. Right.
She's just trying to get more out of her 15 minutes worth of
Right.
fame.
That's it.
So, and and they know that our kids are influenced by
Right.
these types of things.
Exactly.
So,
That's why he got
know,
gold sneakers. I mean, come on.
that he ain't even trust the way them motherfuckers when they gave shooting his ass.
No.
Shit. And like I said, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
I don't condone that. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that's all I have. Till next week. Thank you guys once again for coming through. You guys have a blessed night.
Yes, everybody take care. Keep cool. Please
Yeah,
hydrate.
please hydrate.
Please
It's been
hydrate.
really hot. Thank
Mhm.
God for automatic start, because Lord knows. And then sometimes it don't even matter, because it'd be like, I should have ran this twice.
You'd run down to the car. It was like, oh, it's so hot in here.
It's
No,
still be hot.
it's scorching out there. It is
Yeah,
scorching.
it is really hot. So
Global warming, ain't it a bitch?
yeah, that they
You
want
got
to eliminate.
flooding.
They want to eliminate everything now. They're talking about some. Oh well, we're gonna eliminate that so we don't have to report about global warming because that's made up. Yeah, really,
Yeah,
really.
sure is.
When it's almost 100 degrees outside.
No, when your lakeshore house is sliding into the lake,
Right. When you
then
this
then
is
it's
late
real.
night. Right. Then
Mhm.
we need to get the president to pay for help us pay for the damages. No, remember you
Mhm.
didn't believe that this shit was
But some
real.
new erosion programs and things like that.
Yeah. You didn't believe in that. You didn't believe that these mudslides and things was happening. No.
Or heavy rainfalls that don't drain off. You can't
No.
drain it because everything is covered in concrete.
Or when you have flat lands where you expect it, it's going to collect. There's no
Mhm.
drainage. It's just gonna bloop, 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 collect and not go nowhere. I don't know.
Exactly.
Somebody get Governor Hot Wheels and the rest of these mofos out of here, please.
I'd light a fire under his ass.
Uh,
He wouldn't feel it, but I'd light a fire.
You know what? On that note, I'm out of here.
Oh, but you know what?
What?
I think last week was his anniversary or something when the tree fell on him when he
Oh,
got injured. That was like last week.
a tree fell on him?
Yeah, he was out running after a storm. You never run after a storm,
No, why would you
especially in
run?
like covered areas
Yeah,
like
duh.
that.
Dumb.
Because it doesn't take much, especially if you're having like a hurricane. He went out running and the tree fell on
Oh, damn.
him. So take it out on the trees. Don't take it out on us, stupid
Yeah,
bastard.
right. We didn't do it. I don't even live in
No,
Texas.
that was your dumbness because that's one of
right.
those
That's
major rules. You don't, especially after a bad storm, because the ground's muddy and
well, that's
you
more
know.
that's more of a Caucasian thing.
Oh,
It's
I'm
more
sorry.
something that they do.
My ass when I was out there running, I wasn't doing that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You ain't gonna have. They'd never find me.
No.
Back up in them damn woods.
I mean, because growing up, we couldn't even cut electronics on.
No, the lights were off. You sat down with the Bible.
In the stairwell.
You
like
might have
on
had
the
you had a candle or a flashlight, and
Yeah,
you was
flashlight.
real quiet, like the thunder or
You had
lightning
to
was going to
I
strike you if
hear
you made too
you,
much
right.
noise.
Exactly. Like, you guys like
Yeah,
put a
that is
match
crazy.
on.
Yeah, I
So,
remember those
yeah,
days.
we
Just
don't-
all this shit pitch black.
And the
Oh,
crazy, but my mother was scared of the thunder and lightning. So for years, until we really had to be like, "Ma, it's really like cut it out." We would have to sit on the steps, like the middle of the steps, and just sit there and like be really extra
real
quiet.
quiet.
Sometimes she'd cry. Sometimes we'd be like, "You don't have to cry," like it's
Mm.
and she just. But I guess when we got older, she told us she actually seen it come through the house when she was visiting down south in the summer. So ever since then, she's been like petrified.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can see that, especially when you had tornadoes and things like that. You really had to pay attention because you didn't know what direction it was coming from, and
Yeah.
they didn't have those hazard horns or things that go off and stuff like
Right.
that. So during that time, so yeah, I can understand certain generations because you just didn't have the warning technology that we have today. So
Right, but
I
yeah,
can see that. But yeah, but you turn all that shit off and you set your ass still. You better not even breathe. Beads of
Breathe,
sweat
you
be
can't
rolling
breathe.
down your head. Don't you turn on no air conditioner. We gonna read this Bible.
Don't even cut the fan on. Just stay still and you get cool. No, I don't, because I don't feel anything but heat.
And hope it didn't last too long.
Really?
I don't think I can make it. I don't want to meet the Lord tonight. It is so hot.
You be so hot, you pass. That'd be so hot, I pass out. You just go to sleep.
I was going to say, usually you just go to sleep.
You pass out.
If it was one of those, yes, Lord, you would go to
so hot,
sleep.
you just pass out. And your body wind up regulating because then you wake up, you be cold. And you be like, oh, I'm not cold, it was just so hot. But yeah, your body be like, just knock them out so you could cool down. But yeah, oh gosh, I remember those. Plenty of those summers. Goodness gracious. Oh,
I'd be mad. It would be mad as shit. Like, why I gotta sit in the damn door?
goodness.
Across the
gracious.
street, they got TV on. They watch TV eating dinner. We sitting here.
You feel like
So
the lights
hot.
are like, look, nigga. No, I ain't doing it. You're like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The craziness, the worst. Anyway,
It's funny.
everybody have a good night. The memory.
Everyone, please take care.
Be
Please
safe.
be careful out here in this heat.
Yes.
And watch out for strange white boys.
Yep, please. About 20-ish or so.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody.